The chains of habit are too weak to be felt until they are too strong to be broken. Samuel Johnson. Every day, people make small choices that seem harmless. A fleeting conversation, a moment of attention, a spark of excitement. But what happens when those choices lead you down a path you never intended to walk? This isn't just about women, it's about the human heart's search for meaning. Today, we're diving into a truth that's rarely spoken aloud. Why some married women find themselves drawn to connections outside their marriage. Not because they're weak, not because they lack values, but because human nature craves what feels missing. And more importantly, we'll explore how Stoic wisdom can help them. And you, stay grounded. Let's begin. Marriage is a beautiful commitment, a partnership that thrives on trust, love, and mutual growth. A great marriage is not when the perfect couple comes together. It is when an imperfect couple learns to enjoy their differences. Dave Muir. But even in the strongest marriages, cracks can form over time, not because of betrayal, but because of neglect. Picture Sarah, a woman in her late 30s. She's been married for 10 years, has 2 kids, and a husband who works long hours. In the early days, their marriage was alive with late-night talks, shared dreams, and stolen glances. But now, life is a routine of school runs, bills, and quick dinners. Sarah loves her husband, but she feels unseen. The spark of being known, truly known, has faded. Psychologist Dr. John Gottman calls this the silent killer of relationships, indifference. When a woman feels like she's no longer her partner's priority, her heart starts searching for validation. It's not always about romance or attraction, it's about feeling alive again. Humans are wired for connection, and women, in particular, crave emotional intimacy. When that intimacy fades, even the smallest gesture, a compliment from a coworker, a kind text from a friend, can feel like a lifeline. This is where the Stoics offer wisdom. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The first step to staying grounded is recognizing this hunger for connection before it pulls you off course. Ask yourself, when was the last time I felt truly seen in my relationship? If the answer feels distant, that's not a sign to look elsewhere. It's a signal to rebuild what's been lost. Another factor is the loss of identity. The moment you lose yourself, you lose your way. Anonymous. Before marriage, a woman is an individual, a dreamer, a creator, a mystery. After years of being a wife or mother, she might feel like her identity has been reduced to roles. A man who notices her as an individual, who asks about her dreams, her thoughts, can reignite a spark she thought was gone. This isn't about weakness. It's about a universal human need to be recognized. Let's go back to Sarah. One day, a colleague, Mark, compliments her work at the office. It's innocent, just a kind word, but it feels good. She starts chatting with him more, sharing small details about her life. It's just talking, she tells herself. There's nothing wrong with a friendly conversation, but soon, those conversations turn into late-night texts. She hides them from her husband, not because she's doing anything wrong, but because she doesn't want him to misunderstand. This is where the mind plays tricks. Psychologists call it cognitive dissonance, the tension when your actions clash with your values. It's like telling yourself one more piece of cake won't hurt, even though you know you're on a diet. To ease this tension, the brain creates excuses. I'm not cheating, I'm just talking. If my husband paid more attention, I wouldn't need this. I deserve to feel good for once. These rationalizations are like stepping stones. each one taking you further from the shore of your commitment. The easiest person to fool is yourself, said Richard Feynman. Sarah doesn't see herself as disloyal. She's still a good wife, a good mother. But the more she justifies, the deeper she drifts. The Stoics warn us about this. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." The stories we tell ourselves, that it's harmless, that it's deserved, can lead to actions we never planned. Here's the danger. Emotional intimacy is a powerful force. When Sarah shares her hopes, fears, or frustrations with Mark, she's building a connection that competes with her marriage. It's not physical yet, but it's a betrayal of trust. The moment you start keeping secrets from your partner, you've already crossed a line. As one philosopher put it, and once that line is crossed, the next one feels easier. What can Stoicism teach us here? Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When you feel tempted to seek validation outside your marriage, pause, reflect, ask, is this fleeting moment worth risking what I've built? The Stoic practice of self-examination, journaling, meditating on your values, can help you catch these rationalizations before they take root. Every story has a breaking point. For Sarah, it's the moment she agrees to meet Mark for coffee, just as friends. Her heart races when he smiles at her. She feels young again, dizzier, alive. But deep down, she knows she's on a dangerous path. Psychologists call this the threshold theory. The first step is the hardest. The first secret message. The first hidden meeting. The first time you let a boundary slip. After that, it gets easier. Neuroscientists have found that romantic attraction triggers the same brain pathways as addiction. That rush of dopamine, the thrill of being noticed, is intoxicating. Sarah tells herself she can stop any time. But the truth is, she's hooked on the feeling. This is where things spiral. The guilt that once kept her in check starts to fade. She gets better at lying, at hiding her phone, at compartmentalizing her life. Her husband becomes the other man in her mind, while Mark feels like the one who truly understands her. By the time she realizes she's gone too far, her marriage is already unraveling. But it doesn't have to end this way. Stoicism offers a lifeline. The Stoics believed in living according to virtue, courage, wisdom, justice, and self-discipline. When temptation arises, practice premeditatio malorum. Visualize the consequences of your actions. Imagine the pain of losing your marriage, the trust of your partner, the stability of your family. Then ask, is this worth it? Another Stoic tool is amor fati, love your fate. Instead of chasing fleeting thrills, embrace the life you've built. Write down one small act you can do today to reconnect with your partner. A kind word, a shared moment, a genuine question. Your marriage may not be perfect, but it's yours to shape. Communicate with your partner. Rekindle the spark through small, intentional acts, a heartfelt conversation, a shared goal, a moment of vulnerability. These are the anchors that keep you grounded. The truth about why some married women drift away isn't about weakness or immorality. It's about the human need for connection, validation, and identity. Needs that, when unmet, can lead us down unexpected paths. But here's the Stoic truth. You have the power to choose your path. Marcus Aurelius said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Instead of seeking validation outside, look within. Strengthen your marriage by being present, by choosing your partner every day, by living according to your values." And if you're the partner watching this, ask yourself, am I truly seeing my spouse? Am I creating a space where they feel valued? This is the power of Stoic awareness, the ability to see the small choices that shape your life before they become chains you can't break. Use it to build a marriage that doesn't just survive, but thrives. This is LABE Stoic. Until next time, stay grounded, stay true, and we'll see you in the next video.